finally back from the market. I've got all the ingredients for our matzo ball soup that we're going to be making, and yeah, let's get started. So to me, this is one of the most important first steps you take before boiling water, before cutting your veggies, sorting, cleaning, all that. You gotta get chicken, and you don't necessarily need chicken bones. You can just get chicken legs is what I like to do. So I've got 3 pans of that, including some bone marrow. So I'm going to season the chicken with some cumin, some garlic, some turmeric, of course, some Jamaican curry powder. This like outdoes the regular curry. It's delicious if you can get your hands on some. And some chicken seasoning. They're all bomb, and this really is what makes your soup have flavor. It all depends on what you do right now to this chicken. So I'm going to go ahead and season that up, and I'll be right back. I forgot the chicken soup consomme. This is a must. Oh, I love the Jamaican curry. Now I'm just gonna drizzle all that with some olive oil and brush it out and put in the oven at 380 uncovered until you see it's like starting to brown just a little bit. You definitely want it undercooked because that's gonna be going into the soup and cooking more. Need to restock on the olive oil badly. Now I'm just gonna let the bone marrow boil in its own water for about 10 minutes and then stick it in the oven also. Cucumber break. So I've got the water boiling in here, and I'm just gonna add some kosher chicken broth to the water. Like that. You don't have to add it in, but I'm used to adding it in. Let's add in all these beautiful vegetables. So we've got turnips. I'm not sure if this is the parsnip or the turnip, but we've got both. So we've got that. We're gonna put it in, and that's either the parsnip or the turnip. I love these so much in the soup. Now I don't chop things up. I like to put them in as whole pieces. Add some zucchini. We've got 4 of those, and I'm gonna put in the carrots. That's about the size I like to put in, and everybody loves it like this. Like everybody chooses, I want a carrot, I want a zucchini, or I don't, or I do, whichever, and then everybody's happy. We're also gonna put in some leeks, just like that. This gives so much flavor. I also got some pre-washed fresh parsley and some fresh dill. I'm gonna add that too. I love dill. Okay, so we're gonna put that in like that. Dump it right inside. Makes it so much easier when you buy it pre-washed, and you don't have to clean this stuff because you know it gets really, really buggy. I'm gonna put that in. I love parsley. So we're gonna let all of this brew and all the flavors mix and blend, and it's just gonna be so delicious. Now I'm gonna take out the bone marrow and put it in the oven for I'd say about 10 minutes also, and then it's gonna go into the stock pot also. I'm just gonna check on the chicken, and it's definitely not ready yet to go into the soup. So while everything is brewing and in the oven and we're waiting, we are going to make the matzo ball mix. So I've got 2 packages. I think I'm going to be making both. Each comes, I just burnt myself. Okay, each comes with 2 servings of matzo balls. So we're basically making 4. Everybody in my house fights over matzo balls, so the more the merrier. And each mix, each serving requires 2 large eggs and 1/4 cup of vegetable oil. So I'm gonna put that together and we'll form the matzo balls together. That makes 8 eggs, right? So I've got the eggs and the oil all inside, and just gonna mix it up like that. I'm gonna add the matzo ball mixes into our eggs and oil. So this is 2 packages, and then there's 2 additional ones. The good thing about the matzo balls is you can leave them in the fridge for a really long time before you actually add it to the soup. It calls for 15 minutes to let it sit and set, but the longer it is, the better, because if you like firm matzo balls, which everybody here likes, it works out fine. So I'm gonna do that, and this is what it looks like. And once you get everything mixed together, it really becomes like this hard, I don't know, I would call it like a paste, which makes it easy to form the balls with. Let's cover it up, and then I'm going to put it in the refrigerator. Just like that. And it looks like that. So now it's just a matter of waiting, and I'm getting hungry. So I'm gonna have some leftover Chinese chicken and rice soup myself. This is my go-to soup from the Chinese place. I love it. I love the chicken that they put inside. My soup 10 times better. So I just added the chicken, and let's let the steam pass. This is what it looks like. The color is exquisite. You can see one of the pokies right over there, and I also added the bone marrow. So we're gonna let that cook for a couple hours and work on our matzo balls. So there's about 2 hands left of chicken, which is awesome because I leave some for another meal, another dish. So you kind of get like 2 in 1. Very steamy. So what I like to do is take it out of the oven while it's cooking, and I just take a spoon and I just put some of the juice from the chicken, keep it moist, and I like to put it all over it. And then I'll put it back in the oven, and then like the last 10 minutes or so I'll uncover it, and then I'll get nice and crispy. I want to give you guys a sneak peek at what's for dessert. So now it's time to form our matzo balls. I'm just going to put on some gloves. So I just took this out of the refrigerator. It's been in there for quite some time, and it definitely hardened. So what I like to do is just wet my gloves. Otherwise the matzo balls will stick to your hands or your gloves if you're using gloves. And I just take some of this matzo ball mix and I just form some balls just like that. We like them nice and small. You can make them big, you can make them whatever size you want. And I'm going to form these up, a whole bunch of them, and then place them in the soup and let them cook, and I'll be back. So chicken form them, and they do expand in the soup, so you can just eat them to eat a little bit better. It's so much fun, you know? So that's what they look like inside the soup, and they expand. So no matter how small you make them, they are gonna get bigger. So we're just gonna cover that and let that cook, and I can't wait to taste it with you guys. So this is what it looks like. Beautiful. These are the matzo balls right there. Gosh, I'm so hungry. I'm gonna take a little piece of that, some of the broth. That is super delicious. Let's have some chicken. So good, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you make it at home.